I had just moved up from Florida in Christmas of 1988 to get married and raise my child. I was just excited to have a job, especially at the university. This is a place to work in town.
Yes, I remember my first day. I worked at Carruthers Hall. I was a data entry operator at ITC.
Felt like a fish out of water because, you know, there's a lot of people to meet, getting used to the ground, getting familiar with that.
What was going to be my intention to be a temporary job. And the next thing you know, I liked it here and I stayed.
I was just really overwhelmed. I was young. I kind of came in with the age of the current students, so I learned a lot about college, and it encouraged me to get my degree. It's kind of a push, I think it was.
I vaguely remember my first day. We worked in a trailer next to mechanical engineering.
I was kind of nervous and didn't know what to expect, but it seems like it was a full day.
I was pregnant and I was working at accounts payable. And I remember being nervous and excited. Oh my God, I'm gonna be able to take care of my family.
I started over at Alderman in the basement when they had a copy center. I had just graduated from high school, and so that was my first job. So I remember it very well. That's how it all started.
One time it was opening weekend. We were in a building that had first-year students coming in. They had locked themselves out and didn't know what to do, panic, and it's like, okay, it's not a problem. We can take care of this. We have keys. And it was nice to just help out the student and not only the parents too, and said, well, that's our job.
When I was over in the maintenance crew, we redid all the electric and the renovation of the student lawn rooms and the ranges. Basically on your back or belly and that crawling with pipe and that about half a foot from your face. No, it wasn't too bad until you see a possum or something up underneath there.
I was called into a meeting. Oh, we want you to learn how to do a website. And I was given this book and it had about 500 pages and it said, okay, learn it, do our website. It took me some time, but I did learn it and I did put up their first website.
My favorite memories are mostly the people here that have come and gone over all the years. We've had really good staff here that they've been a pleasure to work with.
You know, you always ran into someone you knew, either on your way to work or leaving, because we had a big parking lot that we parked in. And you would see a lot of people in the parking lot.
I think the best part is, of course, the relationships with all the people, but then also they allow me to work in the volunteer work that I work at in a horse rescue. Being able to go and spend time with the horses and work with them kind of de-stresses me for the day. This job is very deadline driven and can be extremely stressful.
I'm a coordinator of the Martin Luther King Community Choir, and I'm also a participant, and we sing in many university hosted events.
The people, my co-workers, with printing, we're like family. We're here together sometimes more than we are at home.
Now, the technology is what has changed most here. When I first started out 30 years ago, it was actually typesetting. Everything was filmed.
When I went to work at purchasing, which is procurement now, we were in Madison Hall. And another lady and I, we typed all the purchase orders for the university. You typed for about 5 hours, and it amazed me, in 5 hours of work, it printed it out in 3 hours.
It doesn't matter where you start at UVA. I feel like you need to dedicate yourself to your job. You need to work hard with a positive attitude, and you just don't realize what doors will open, and always try to improve yourself.
Do not be overwhelmed, and don't give up, and don't let anyone dim your light.
I started out wanting to be a public servant to help people. Yeah, my advice to you is make friends with the older guys that have been here. A lot of times they contain knowledge and that is not on or in the building specs.
I guess as I got older, I learned that it's not really worth all the stress. Just, you know, enjoy what you have.
It really doesn't seem like that. I've been here for 50 years. I've met a lot of friends here. Still keep in contact with a lot of them.
I've been able to buy my own home and raise a family and enjoy life by working at the university, but also I've made a lot of relationships that will last all my life.
It's not gonna work, and you're not gonna work here if you don't get to know the people. Not the job, but the people.
I love my job. I've passed the age of retirement and I'm still going. I don't want to retire. I love the challenges that the university puts in front of me.
To work for the University of Virginia for 30 years means commitment, dedication, faith, heart, discipline, hard work.
When I leave, I've made some type of contribution. They may not remember me, but to see how far we've come from when I started here, that's exciting for me.
People always say a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, but my response always is, what is a sign of an empty desk? Is that an empty mind or a blank mind?
And this is why it's hard to do an interview. UVA printing copying. Yes.